Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you for coming to today's webinar, Caring for the Caregivers. It is an extremely important topic, especially because November is National Caregivers Month. And the real importance is that you're actually here to listen in and learn. So I want to go ahead and thank you again for being here. We are recording, and I just want to make sure to note that attendance will be taken and you will get credit for professional development. Just make sure that if you happen to have any questions or thoughts and you want to voice them, you're going to need to do so through the chat box. All are muted, so then that way we'll be able to get in, out, and hear everything that Dr. Morales has to say. So I will introduce Caring for the Caregivers with Dr. Dalismar Morales, the clinician from Office of Employee Assistance. Welcome, Dr. Morales.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Caring for the Caregivers webinar. The objectives for today include to discuss the prevalence of caregivers in the United States, define the role of a caregiver, identify challenges caregivers experience as well as healthy coping strategies, identify the benefits and rewards of being a caregiver, discuss Kristen Swanson's theory of caring and how it can be applied when caring for others, and explore ways to support caregivers. As mentioned, November is National Family Caregivers Month, so in that spirit, I invite all of you to be mindful and supportive of those who are caregivers. They work really hard to take care of their relative or loved one in need while having to manage multiple responsibilities. To commemorate FIU faculty and staff members who are caregivers, the Office of Employee Assistance will be holding a special session of Caring and Sharing, which is our support group for caregivers, this Friday at 12 p.m. in GL 322. According to a study conducted in 2015 by the National Alliance for Caregiving and AARP, it was estimated that 18.2%, which equals to 43.5 million, of adults in the United States served as unpaid caregivers in a 12-month period. That's a relatively high percentage of the population. It is very likely that everyone will be touched by caregiving in some way and at some point. So, who are these caregivers? 6 in 10 caregivers are female. The average age is 49. 62% are white. 17% are Hispanic. 13% are African Americans. And 6% are Asian Americans. More than half of caregivers, 57%, are married, and 6 in 10 caregivers are employed either part-time or full-time. This data was also gathered by the National Alliance for Caregiving and AARP in 2015. These organizations have announced that they will be releasing an update for the year 2020, so we'll have to stay tuned. Caregivers are resilient, compassionate, dedicated, committed, inspiring. These are just a few words that describe them. They possess strengths that help them navigate through adversities. Caring for and supporting them can serve as fuel in such a challenging period of time. What does the role of caregiving consist of? It involves providing assistance with household chores, including meal preparation, cleaning, laundry, activities of daily living, such as dressing, bathing, eating, transferring their loved one from a wheelchair to a car, from the bed to a chair, transport, driving their care recipients to appointments, emotional support, providing comfort, being nurturing, medical needs. This includes assisting with medication management or medical procedures, Financial, legal matters, such as managing the care recipient's finances, acquiring a power of attorney. Caregivers face numerous challenges, including emotional stress as they balance their own responsibilities as well as their care recipient's needs. Caregiving can be more stressful for those who don't have adequate support or are caring for loved ones with chronic diseases. Many caregivers assume the role without having prior knowledge or training about the tasks they have to engage in. Anxiety, worry, feelings of uncertainty, and depression are common. Grief, having a sense of loss regarding how their care recipient was prior to their condition, is a natural response. Physical health problems, experiencing high levels of stress, especially when there is lack of self-care, which is the case for many caregivers, is likely to have an impact on the immune system. They are at risk of high blood pressure and heart diseases. Physical strain can result from providing assistance with activities of daily living. Financial issues. Most caregivers are unpaid and are confronted by a significant increase in expenses, which could be related to medical procedures or legal transactions, among others. Caregivers often have to miss work in order to meet their caregiving duties. It has been estimated that 6 in 10 caregivers experience at least one work-related change due to caregiving. Family conflicts, such as disagreements regarding courses of action, having poor support from family members. The sandwich generation consists of those caregivers who are caring for their children and their aging parents, having to manage various and many times conflicting demands can easily take a toll on them. Caregiver burnout. This is a state of physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion. Contributing factors to burnout include chronic stress and lack of rest and/or lack of support. Coping with challenges. Practicing with kindness and compassion towards self is as equally as important as being kind towards others. It contributes to building resilience. Engaging in daily reminders of efforts and accomplishments, recognizing that caregivers are making a difference in their loved ones' lives. Stilling the mind by meditating and being present in the moment. Also, being in contact with the earth by walking barefoot, for example, has also been shown to produce benefits such as lower levels of stress. Embracing acceptance and practicing gratitude. Even in the presence of difficulties, there is a choice to be grateful. And choosing gratitude contributes to better physical, mental, and emotional health. Exercising, eating healthy, and engaging in a beneficial sleep routine is key. Asking for help when needed. Establishing a team of supporters. This is essential in preventing burnouts and health problems. Some caregivers lack strong support systems. However, there are ways to establish one, such as joining a support group. In this type of settings, caregivers have the opportunity to connect to and learn from others who might be in different caregiving stages. Making time to rest and recharge, engaging in respite care. This could involve arranging to have someone who can take care of the loved one, even if it's for an hour, to address personal needs. Identifying what method of coping has been effective in the past. FIU cares about its employees' well-being and offers several avenues to receive help and support. The Office of Employee Assistance provides brief counseling with licensed mental health professionals. As mentioned, we offer the Caring and Sharing Support Group. We meet the last Friday of every month with some exceptions. The November meeting is taking place this Friday, as I mentioned. Mindfulness meditations are a great way to practice embracing and appreciating the now. And we also provide community referrals. PAWS also provides excellent programs that address some of the coping strategies discussed in the previous slide, such as the Panther Walking Challenge, Sleep More, Stress Less, the Grateful Challenge, and Journey to Financial Fitness. These are just a few examples of the programs we offer. But for more information, please feel free to contact us. Another way of coping is finding positive meaning in life's events. Juliana and colleagues defined meaning in caregiving as positive beliefs one holds about one's self and one's caregiving experience, such that some benefits or gainful outcomes are construed from it. In other words, finding meaning by formulating positive interpretations of challenges and or maintaining spiritual beliefs can elicit beneficial results. Perspective is paramount. Research has shown that identifying positive aspects of caregiving has been correlated with higher caregiving well-being. This includes lower depressive symptoms and burden, better mental health, life satisfaction, quality of life, and self-efficacy. We're not always able to choose what type of situations we go through in life, but we do have the power to choose how we perceive them, which can make a significant difference in our experiences. In a study by Pope and colleagues, young adults caregivers reported gains related to 4 themes. Strengthening of family relationships. Caregivers experience strengthening of relationships with their care recipients as well as other family members. It was also reported that caregiving helped mend broken bonds. Character growth. For example, increased maturity as a result of caring for family members with chronic illness or disability, increased patience, improved communication, acquisition of life skills, and spiritual growth were identified as rewards. Personal satisfaction as a caregiver. Participants experienced gratification stemming from being able to assist their relatives, which gave meaning to their role. And material benefit, such as providing caregivers with a place to live or financial assistance. Anderson and White conducted a study in which participants who were caregivers and care recipients reported rewards associated with caregiving, categorized in the following 3 major themes. Gratitude. Care recipients expressed they viewed caregiving as a gift or a blessing and felt gratitude for the support they received from family and friends. Caregivers also expressed gratitude when their care recipient made an effort to create a positive caring experience. A sense of accomplishment or self-advancement, learning to appreciate life and establishing a work-life balance, and rewarding relationships, which was also reported in the previous study. The following categories of caregivers' statements were identified in a study by Bauer and colleagues. Appreciation by the care recipient and others, experiencing gratitude and affection from the care recipient, gains in character and life experience, increased reflection, self-confidence, social competencies, awareness of others' inner states, gains in successful coping strategies, establishment of boundaries with the care recipient, consolation, and hope through spiritual beliefs, increased cohesion and closer relationships within the family, changes of attitude and cohesion, realignment of priorities, appreciation of own health, and experience of support by others. Kristen Swanson is a nurse theorist who developed the empirically based theory of caring, which was published in 1991. The theory consists of 5 caring processes. Knowing. This involves working on understanding the other person's experience and the meaning that such experience has for the person. How can this be achieved? By listening carefully to the individual and being truly engaged. Being with consists of being emotionally present, expressing honest feelings without burdening the care recipient, and becoming emotionally open to the other person's circumstances and reality. Allowing the person to experience and communicate unpleasant feelings, which are natural, while being supportive. Doing for. This includes actions that the care recipient would engage in if they could. Swanson identified the following therapeutic acts of doing: anticipating needs, comforting, performing competently, and protecting the care recipient while preserving their dignity. Enabling, facilitating the capacity to grow and heal. This can be accomplished by informing, educating, explaining, supporting, allowing, validating feelings, identifying alternatives, evaluating, and providing feedback. Maintaining belief. Sustaining faith is a key component in Swanson's theory. Faith in the capacity of others to get through transitions and work on creating a future with meaning. Again, the emphasis on creating meaning. She believed that caregivers should inspire confidence even in situations where there might be no hope. So maintaining a realistic but optimistic attitude. So how can we show our support? Asking caregivers how they can be helped. Never making assumptions, just asking. Engaging in active listening and paying attention to their needs. Validating their experiences. Acknowledging their efforts. Communicating in a compassionate manner and encouraging them to seek professional help if needed. Informing them about helpful resources. For example, if you're not a caregiver, but you know someone in the workplace who is, sharing with them the resources that we offer here at FIU. And doing more listening. That's important to keep in mind. It's not just communicating, but paying much attention to what they're expressing and how they're expressing it. Conclusion. Caregiving can be challenging and rewarding at the same time. Acknowledging positive aspects of caregiving contributes to better coping and adjustment. Establishing and/or maintaining a support system is key when facing challenges. Caregivers are not alone. Reaching out for help is a characteristic of resilient individuals. I invite all of you to practice kindness towards yourself and the people around you. Let's all care for each other, because in reality, we are united and we can be stronger when united. Thank you for your attention and time. Please know that help is within reach. You can call us at extension 72469. We are there, always willing to assist you in any way we can and provide the support you need. Any questions?
Remember, if you have any questions, to go ahead and type them in the chat box. All right, there doesn't seem to be any questions, so I want to go ahead and thank Dr. Dalismar Morales for giving a wonderful presentation on caring for the caregivers. Once we sign off, if you happen to have any questions that you were unable to think of prior to us signing off, just go ahead and email them to pawswellness@fiu.edu, or you can go ahead and get in touch with Dr. Morales and the OEA office at 72469. Again, I want to thank everybody for participating, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you, Dr. Morales.
Thank you.